I thought defense did really well. I thought offense was very sloppy. I mean, poor. I think that was all the way across in a lot of ways. Didn't execute. Tried to give effort, but not a very good job. We did a poor job coaching them, too, on offense.
Coach, Kelvin Benjamin continues to be a topic of conversation.
Not today. That's over with.
Because of his size, everyone's talking about how much fun it'll be in the red zone. But can the kid actually run a route? I mean, has he learned how to truly play at that size?
Yeah. I mean, he can play. He didn't do very good today. But none of them did. But he will be. He can do everything. I wouldn't have recruited him if he couldn't.
Coach, what do you attribute the sloppiness to? I know you're happy the first 2 days.
I don't know. I think a lot of it, that's preparing them as coaches on offense. I think a lot of us, what we put them, the situations we put them in, I think we're very poor. That's my fault.
How's Chris Thompson in his back? Is he feeling?
Yeah, he's getting better. He's getting better.
Was he able to go today?
No, did not go today. Did not go. We're going to give him 2 days, maybe a half an hour. We'll see how he feels tomorrow. But we want to get him in. He'll get point. We got a schedule for him, so we'll work it in.
Defensively, what you like today? Because he said
just the effort. I mean, they were flying around, playing hard. Now we give up some runs, which I didn't like, and we ran the ball good. We didn't throw. We can't pass block, can't catch, can't run routes. Not pleased with the passing game at all. Has nothing to do with it, and that's at everybody. We had open guys, we missed them. The receivers ran good, we missed them. Or we got to learn to pass block too. We got to get better pass blocking. EJ's got to get more consistent and he's got to get better at that. And we have been doing really good. Today we just got out of sync and I didn't like it. But a lot of it is the situations we put him in.
How was Jermaine?
Didn't practice. We put him in a blue shirt. Well, he did practice. Take it back. He did. We didn't get him hit. It was a migraine. I want to go through another day. He ran drills, looked good, flew around. I mean, caught the ball, ran. We just didn't hit him like he would be a blue jersey. He got all of his reps. So I say that because he didn't get hit. I didn't act like he didn't practice. He ran.
They took one of the kids off toward the end of practice. Seemed to be in a lot of pain out here. You didn't see who it was?
No. That stuff's going. I get all that afterwards. I have no. What number do you know?
Well, no, he didn't have. It was down to just.
Probably cramps. Probably cramps. Probably heat. Wasn't bad today. The breeze gave us a pretty good day. Wasn't that bad today, honestly.
I guess you're going to have these kind of practices from time to time, but what do you tell your team to move
Fix
on?
it or I'll replace you.
Is there
Fix it already? No, I'll fix it or I'll get somebody else.
That's why you got 7 or 8 running backs.
Exactly right. When competition's here, somebody will do it. I'll bank on it.
Is it an effort thing? I mean,
no, it ain't effort. Execution. Execution.
Your experience, Jimbo, though, over the years, is there a certain time usually when you come back for summer that you kind of run into this stuff, or is it?
It depends on the team. I've done it where you went through camp and never ran into it. I've done it where you ran into it a bunch. I've done it where you kind of does. I mean, each team. So I say each team's got to take its own identity. Each team's got to take its own personality. It's just like players, just like human beings and everything we do. So, we'll go from there. I mean, that's typical. It's camp's third day. I mean, that can happen. We got a long way off, but just I didn't expect it to go like as bad as it did. But again, some of it I blame on myself.
As a coach, how do you decipher your O-line having a rough day versus your D-line just having a spectacular day?
Watch a film and figure it out. We'll see there's a difference. When you make plays and it's because somebody makes a mistake on the other side, you get a false impression on both sides. Now, if you make a play based on whipping a block and doing something when somebody's doing it right, that's when you can judge somebody. And until we see the film, a lot of it today, and that has not, or running a route or throwing a ball or whatever it was on offense, and we didn't execute. We did not execute. And I didn't like that tempo, but the defense took advantage of that. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. But they give up some plays in the run game I wasn't happy with either. We were a little soft in there on the run.
Is LaMarcus settling into his new
Oh, he's
role?
playing great. LaMarcus Joyner is playing fabulous. Loves to play. If we practiced out here for 12 hours, he'd stay here for 12 hours and play. Playing extremely well. Extremely well. I wish everybody had his attitude.
Daco back at 100%, and being able to see a little bit of a difference with him.
Getting in there, and then him 77 haven't played. You can tell it. I mean, they play and do really good. It's where it's a big difference, but you can tell they're getting back in the mode of it too. That's the first 3 snaps they've taken. Their bodies are adjusting. I mean, they ain't done anything basically since we played South Carolina. When you think about it.
How important will those two be in your season?
Huge. When you got edge guys, when your edge guys can play, and pass pro and things like that, it's big, and they need to play big, and I think they will. I haven't been unhappy with them, but they'll play better than they are right now.
Scooter talked about.
You have so many young kids on defense, Jimbo, and young meaning first-year kids. The excitement of them getting out in pads the first time. How much of that did you see today?
We're about even
guys?
offense, defense as far as numbers. Actually, may have more offense.
But you said the defense
was
had a
good.
better day today.
Well, a lot of the
Well,
veterans. The veterans did. The veterans
Yeah.
really played good. Some of the young guys I noticed a couple, but I noticed a lot of the veterans. I didn't notice a lot of those young guys today. they
So you're
did some
disappointed
things.
in the
but-
veterans today, is what you're saying.
Huh? No, defensively, veterans-wise, defense they made some plays, but yeah.
Scooter Day talked about how when he goes up against LaMarcus, how strong his hands are, and that makes it difficult. What
Powerful.
Let's talk
He's
about
explosive. Fast twitch. Like runs and hits you in like he does. He's a fast twitch guy, and he's got punch and power and plays behind his pads. He's got, can bend. And he goes short. He's powerful in what he does. I mean, he just loves to play. The thing, he competes. That's the thing about him and Greg and those two may be short, but they come. Zay, that first 2 days, Zay wasn't as typical. He got a little bit better today. He struggled the first day or two a little bit, but Greg and LaMarcus compete so hard every day. I mean, they really do. They loved it, and he's another one. Greg could practice out here for 12 hours if you ask him to, and have it, and not complain and be happy. He'd rather be doing that. Both of them. They're fun to coach that way. I mean, they're fun guys to be around. They love ball.
Telvin in that same.
Yeah, he's like that. We had a lot of guys. I mean, we don't have a lot of guys that don't like to practice. Like I say, offensively, as far as effort and liking to practice and taking the chewings and going on, they don't. I mean, our kids are wonderful that way. I just thought we could execute a little bit better. But some of it is, I'm telling you, some of the situations we put them in today. We ran the ball pretty good. Just in the passing game, we're trying to be too fancy. We need to learn to throw and catch.
Coach, we talked about Scooter a little bit. What are the traits you look for in a slot guy versus an X receiver?
It just depends. Like I said, a good one can do both. The good ones can do both. I mean, you got to have quickness. Depends on what you're trying to ask them to do. I mean, are you asking them to be bubble guys and run guys? You ask them to go in the middle and spot up on dig routes? You ask them to dig out a backer and blocking? I mean, it just depends on what you're particularly asking them to do. Good ones can do both.